The nanny lazily relaxed inside the villa and enjoyed snacks in a carefree way. But she made the employer's elderly mother sweep the floor and do housework. Whenever she felt slightly unhappy, she would take it out on the elderly lady. Because the old lady was not only mute, she also suffered from severe dementia due to her advanced age. Her son was extremely wealthy. However, he was often busy with work and rarely stayed at home. So he hired a distant relative to take care of his elderly mother. Unexpectedly, the nanny relied on being a relative and behaved in an utterly cruel way. In private, she bossed the old lady around. Whenever the son prepared to come home, the nanny would carefully check the time in advance. The moment she heard the door open, she would quickly snatch the work from the old lady, pretending to be busy and attentive while caring for her. The man and his wife saw the nanny acting so diligent, and they praised this distant relative highly. The nanny took the opportunity to say her daughter needed to study abroad. Using this family connection, she asked to borrow $20,000 for an emergency. After hearing this, the lady of the house did not think much and transferred the money without hesitation. When the man asked whether his mother had been doing well recently, the old lady was about to use sign language, but the nanny shot her a vicious threatening look. Then she interrupted their communication, saying the old lady had just enjoyed some warm sunshine and watched her favorite television program, living quite comfortably, telling the man not to worry. Seeing this, the daughter-in-law also did not suspect anything, because this return trip was rushed and tight on time. She told her mother that they were going on a business trip out of town, and reminded her to eat properly. After speaking, she stood up with her husband ready to leave, leaving behind the elderly mother with a troubled, worried expression. After confirming they had left, the nanny immediately showed her true cruel nature. She scolded the old lady for daring to complain about her, so as punishment she ordered her to wash vegetables immediately. She even complained that the elderly woman was too slow and clumsy, and violently knocked the vegetable basket onto the ground. While the old lady bent down to pick it up, the nanny suddenly attacked her with punches and kicks. Meanwhile, downstairs, the couple suddenly remembered the daughter-in-law had forgotten her bag, so they returned home together, and happened to see the nanny raising her hand to hit the mother. The son quickly and painfully helped his mother up, but the nanny lied, saying the old lady was old and accidentally spilled the vegetables, and she was just helping clean them up. Hearing this, the man did not suspect anything. He only comforted his mother, saying the nanny should handle such work. After retrieving her bag, the daughter-in-law urged her husband to hurry to the flight. Little did they know that once they left, the elderly mother's nightmare would truly begin. At mealtime, the nanny ordered a full table of takeout food and ate greedily by herself. The old lady, who had been hungry for 2 days, saw only greasy and extremely spicy food, which was extremely dangerous for her weak stomach. Seeing the old lady dare to show dislike, the nanny immediately became furious. She grabbed food and forced it into her mouth, and threatened her that if she refused to eat, she would never eat again. To avoid further beating, the old lady could only take a few reluctant bites, but her gastritis suddenly flared up violently, so she held her stomach and staggered away. After finishing her meal, the nanny loudly ordered the old lady to clean the table. She kept criticizing her slow movements and gesturing impatiently. Suddenly, the old lady stared at half a hamburger left on the table. The nanny noticed and showed no mercy at all. She threw the hamburger straight into the trash. The old lady collapsed from extreme hunger. On the other side, the daughter-in-law received a medical report from the hospital. It showed the mother had stomach disorders and mild dehydration. Yet they were giving the nanny $3,000 every month for food expenses. Could it be that the nanny was not preparing meals properly? Thinking of this, the two decided to make a video call to find out what was going on, unaware that the elderly mother had already fainted on the floor. Soon the ringing woke the nanny from her afternoon nap. She opened her phone and realized the situation was serious. She quickly shook the old lady awake to answer the video call, and casually picked up the half hamburger from the trash, forcing it into the old lady's mouth. The starving old lady immediately began eating after smelling it. At that moment, the nanny suddenly remembered something important. She pulled the elderly woman onto a chair, then smeared chili oil over her lips, making them look shiny and healthy. Satisfied, she called the man back, lying that she was giving the old lady a massage, and missed the phone. The man immediately asked what the mother had eaten. Under the nanny's threat, the mother could only gesture that she had eaten chicken. The nanny then took over the camera, claiming the old lady loved light stewed chicken soup. The man reminded her to prepare lighter food, because his mother had been diagnosed with stomach problems, and told her he would come home for dinner that night. Hearing this, the nanny immediately started cooking soup, and told the old lady to watch the cooking time at home, while she went to the market to buy groceries. In the evening, the nanny prepared a full table of dishes. The old lady immediately began eating hungrily. The son thought she enjoyed the food and praised the nanny repeatedly. Unaware that his mother had been starving for several days, she simply ate whatever she could without caring about taste. Seeing her good appetite, the man felt relieved and left her in the nanny's care. Later, noticing the time was late, he left before finishing his meal to return to work. As soon as they left, the nanny ordered the old lady to clean the dishes, but the old lady accidentally broke a bowl. While picking it up, she cut her hand. The nanny immediately scolded her harshly. Meanwhile, downstairs, they met a neighbor. The neighbor said they often heard shouting and beating from their home, and warned the man that the nanny might be abusing the old lady. The daughter-in-law suddenly realized the truth. No wonder she had seen her mother picking vegetables from the floor that day, and if her mother was well fed and rested, how could the medical report be explained? Just then they heard abusive shouting coming from the house. The wife immediately recognized it sounded like the nanny. Without hesitation, they rushed back home. Only then did they shockingly discover the nanny's true evil nature. This time, the nanny's easy life had finally come to an end.